Hey there, James Rowick here, and this week I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do kind of an update review. It's been 10 weeks now since I started reading a book a week and posting videos about them. So here are my 3 lessons that I've learned in the last 10 weeks. So lesson number 1, if you remember the book by Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. That's been a great lesson and really influential for me so far, just using the 5-second rule to get out of bed. So ever since I read that book, I've been putting my phone and my alarm clock outside of my bedroom in the kitchen. And when that alarm goes off at 5:30, just about every morning, I really don't want to go and turn it off, but I use that countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like a rocket ship to get out of bed. And it's been really effective so far. Next, my negative thoughts elastic band. I don't think I've told you about this before. This is from Millionaire Mind. So when I went to the Millionaire Mind Intensive, they gave us this elastic band that I've been wearing for about 2 weeks now. The whole point is that whenever you catch yourself having a negative thought about money or anything else in your life, you snap your wrist with the elastic band. It was really impactful and really interesting, and the reason why I want to talk about it now is because I really focused on doing this every time I had a negative thought, but my first 3 days or so, I was slapping myself 15, 20 times a day. But really quickly over the last 2 weeks, the number of negative thoughts has just plummeted. I might slap my wrist 1, maybe 2 times a day nowadays. So that was really interesting to observe how powerful just awareness is. Another thing you're supposed to do after you have a negative thought and slap your wrist is then replace it with a positive thought and give your wrist a kiss. My third big lesson from reading books for the last 10 weeks is something a little strange. Even though these books vary in content and context, it's so interesting to see the similarities. The books I read, even though some of them are quite different from each other, I found so many similarities within them, between them. And to me, obviously there's some overlap in some of these books, but it made me feel really good because if this many people, if this many authors are kind of driving home to the general same point or similar point, maybe coming from a different direction, that makes me feel very reassured that they've obviously got it figured out. And if I keep reading books like this, I'm going to figure it out myself. Now, come to think of it, what is it? What is success? Well, that's something I'm currently trying to figure out. That's actually why I didn't read a book this week. I think I mentioned to you last week that I was so happy with Brendon Burchard's High Performance Habits. I wanted to read it again immediately, which I'm doing, but I'm reading it much more slowly and going through all his activities and exercises, which helps you kind of find clarity in what you're actually trying to achieve. I've read time and time again that one of the number 1 reasons why people don't succeed is because they don't actually know what success is. They don't actually know what they're going after. So if you don't have a clear target, how are you ever going to hit it? Along that same line, the big takeaway that I've gotten from this experience in the last 10 weeks is that the only gap between where you are now and where you want to be, or a dream or an aspiration or a goal, is just the knowledge between it. Knowledge and action, of course, but knowledge. So I also feel reassured that really we can do anything. All we have to do is just learn how to do it and then apply that knowledge. So now don't worry, I'm still doing the book reviews. I'm still going to keep going with this. I just need to give myself a bit of breathing room so I could absorb the last book that I read, but I will be back next week with another book review. So see you then. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, and I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.